Next on BGSU Brain Game, it is Pettisville versus St. Francis. This is going to be a match of motivated masters of the mind. Only one team can leave victorious. Who's it going to be? Only one way to find out for this semifinal round. BGSU Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game, Pettisville versus St. Francis. Let's take a look at our starting lineups for Pettisville, led by Coach Civic. In slot number 1, we have Keegan, the freshman. In slot number 2, Emily, the senior. And in slot number 3, Caroline, a junior. Now for St. Francis, led by Coach Getting. In slot number 1, a sophomore, it's Jordan A. In slot number 2, their senior, Justin. And in slot number 3, Jordan E., a junior. All right, teams, we're going to start things off in this semifinal round like we always do. It is with our toss-up round. In this round, there are 10 questions. No deduction for an incorrect answer, so you can play a little bit looser on your buzzers. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can, I repeat, you can steal a question in this round. All right, St. Francis, Pettisville, semifinal round starts right now. Present-day Asian capital city that is home of the Spanish-built fortified city of Intramuros. That would be St. Francis. Justin.
Beijing.
Incorrect. Pettisville, chance to steal. That would be Keegan.
Manila.
Manila is correct. Home to Daniel Boone. What state's motto is, that would be Pettisville. Emily.
Kentucky.
Kentucky. United we stand, divided we fall. Who were the Canaanite people that were skilled craftsmen and developed the alphabet thought to have been the basis? That would be Pettisville. Emily.
Sumerians.
Incorrect. For the Greek alphabet, St. Francis, chance to steal. That would be Jordan E.
The Minoans.
Incorrect. The Phoenicians is what we needed there. What defensive structure began construction circa 214 BC to check barbarian invasions from the north? Pettisville. Keegan.
The Great Wall of China.
Correct. In the movie, The Rise of Skywalker, who is revealed to be Rey's grandfather? That would be Pettisville. Emily.
Emperor Palpatine.
Correct. What is the unit of wavelength in the electromagnetic spectrum equal to 10 to the negative 10? That would be St. Francis. Justin.
Angstrom.
Angstrom is correct. Multiple choice question. What was the radioactive element discovered by the Curies in, that would be St. Francis. Justin.
Radium.
Incorrect. In 1898 from pitchblende, is it A, uranium, B, polonium, or C, radium? That would be Pettisville. Caroline.
C, radium.
Incorrect. It is B, polonium. Name the entrepreneur that borrowed the idea and company name from two California brothers before opening his first McDonald's restaurant. That will be St. Francis. Justin.
Kroc.
Kroc is correct. Multiple choice question again. What are the building blocks of DNA consisting of a sugar, phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base? Is it A, nucleotides? B, that would be Pettisville. Emily.
A.
A, nucleotides is correct. Mary Tudor ascended to the English throne in 1553. Her attempts to restore the restore Roman Catholicism earned her what nickname? That would be St. Francis. Justin.
Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary is correct. That is all 10 questions in this round. Let's take a look at our score. We have St. Francis 30 and Pettisville at 50 points. Stay tuned. We're just getting started. Risk and reward is coming up next. I'm Mark Hathaway, host of BGSU Brain Game. If you find yourself shouting answers from the couch during our show, we have a new club just for you. It's called the Brain Boosters. As a member, you'll receive an invitation to a Brain Game taping and a meet and greet with the cast and crew. But that's not all. Let's meet the starting lineup. With a donation of $60, you'll receive a year-long membership to the Brain Boosters, a Brain Game stress ball, and access to PBS Passport, a streaming library of thousands of your favorite programs. A $90 donation will get you the club membership, PBS Passport, as well as a Brain Game mug. Are you an avid reader of the New York Times? How about wanting to learn a second language on Babbel? Well, a $120 donation will give you a year-long subscription to either service, membership to the Brain Boosters, and access to PBS Passport. And finally, a donation of $150 or more will get you everything I just mentioned, a Brain Game stress ball and mug, a year-long membership to the Brain Boosters, PBS Passport, and a subscription to either Babbel or the New York Times. And let's not forget, you'll receive our monthly preview guide as well. So, what's your answer? You have 3 seconds remaining. There's no time limit on joining. Thanks for supporting WBGU PBS, and we will see you at the next BGSU Brain Game. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. St. Francis 30, Pettisville at 50 points. We do have one substitute coming in for St. Francis. That's in slot number 3. It is Bennett, a freshman. Welcome to you and all of our returning players from the last round. This is the risk and reward round. Both teams are going to have a shot at the same 10 questions. The first 9, 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer. However, the 10th question is the risk and reward question. We will give you a topic, and you can risk up to 30 of your valuable points on that topic. You get it right, you get the points. You get it wrong or a non-answer, you lose the points. However, if you don't like the topic, you can simply pass. Sound good? All right. Let's see. St. Francis, you're at 30. Pettisville, you're at 50. You will be sticking around. St. Francis, out you go. Time for isolation. All right, Pettisville, are you ready for risk and reward? Here we go. Did the French Revolution begin before or after 1775? Emily.
After.
Correct, 1789. In the sentence, on Wednesday, we attended the ceremony for Mark's promotion to lieutenant. What is the correct spelling of the word lieutenant? That would be Emily.
L-I-E-U-T-E-N-A-N-T.
Correct. What Greek historian is considered to be the father of history? That'd be Emily.
Diocletian.
Incorrect. Herodotus is what we needed there. Begins with an A, type of plant that reproduces by bearing flowers, fruits, and seeds. That would be Emily.
Asexual reproducer.
Incorrect. Angiosperm is what we needed there. The California Gold Rush was before or after 1865? That would be Emily.
After.
Incorrect. Before, it was 1848 to 1855. What naturally occurring substance is in honey is known for its antibacterial properties? Hydrogen peroxide. That does not sound as tasty as honey, does it? What is the sum of the square root of 196 and 5? In time, negative. 19 is what we needed there. Multiple choice question. Who painted the extremely odd work, The Garden of Earthly Delights? Was it A, Leonardo da Vinci, B, Hieronymus Bosch, or C, Robert Campin? That would be Emily.
B.
B is correct. Name for the day of the year on which the direct rays of the sun strike the Tropic of Cancer. That will be Emily.
Equinox.
Incorrect. Solstice is what we needed there. Risk and reward time. The topic is plants. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on the topic of plants. What do you think, Pettisville?
We'll do 10. We're going to do 10 points.
10 points it is on plants. Swollen underground plant food storage organ that is similar to a bulb. Potatoes are an example. That will be Emily.
Taproot.
Incorrect. Tuber is what we were looking for there. Negative 10 points for you, and that wraps up risk and reward for you. Let's clear Pettisville's score, and right this way, you know it's time. It's time for isolation. And let's bring back in St. Francis. Come on in. Welcome back, St. Francis. Are you ready for risk and reward?
We are.
Yep.
Here we go. Did the French Revolution begin before or after 1775? That would be Justin.
After.
Correct. 1789. In the sentence, on Wednesday, we attended the ceremony for Mark's promotion to lieutenant. What is the correct spelling of the word lieutenant? That will be Justin.
L-I-E-U-T-E-N-A-N-T.
Correct. What Greek historian is considered to be the father of history? That will be Justin.
Herodotus.
Correct. Begins with an A, type of plant that reproduces by bearing flowers, fruits, and seeds. That would be Jordan A.
Apple.
Incorrect. Angiosperm is what we needed there. The California Gold Rush was before or after 1865? That would be Jordan A.
Before.
Before is correct. 1848 to 1855. What naturally occurring substance in honey is known for its antibacterial properties? That would be Justin.
Carbon dioxide.
Incorrect. Hydrogen peroxide. What is the sum of the square root of 196 and 5? That would be Jordan A.
19.
Correct. Multiple choice question. Who painted the extremely odd work, The Garden of Earthly Delights? Is it A, Leonardo da Vinci, B, Hieronymus Bosch, or C, Robert Campin? That will be Justin.
B.
B, Hieronymus Bosch is correct. Name for the day of the year on which the direct rays of the sun strike the Tropic of Cancer. That would be Justin.
Vernal equinox.
Incorrect. Solstice is what we needed there. Risk and reward time. Our topic is plants. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on plants, or you can pass.
Category questions. We can do that.
We'll risk 20.
20 points on plants. Swollen underground plant food storage organ that is similar to a bulb. Potatoes are an example. Justin.
Root.
Incorrect. Tuber is what we needed specifically there. All right, that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time to clear St. Francis's score, and let's bring back in Pettisville. Welcome back to you. Let's take a look at where our two teams stand. St. Francis has 70 points. Pettisville has 70 points. All right, semifinals time. Stick around. Category round is coming up next. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game semifinal round, Pettisville versus St. Francis, and we are tied. That's right, we are tied at 70 points apiece as we move into the category round. In this round, there are 6 categories to choose from. Questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points, but doggone it, that's right, deductions start right now. So if you go for 20, you are risking 20. You go for 10, you're risking 10. There is one double or nothing question hiding in there. Could be a game changer in this kind of match. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Since we are tied, we did a coin toss before this round, and Pettisville was the winner of that coin toss, meaning they get to make the first selection.
Modes of transportation, 10.
Modes of transportation for 10 points. The airplane that transports the Vice President of the United States. That would be St. Francis. Justin.
Air Force 2.
Air Force 2 is correct. St. Francis takes the lead and control.
Units of measurement, 20.
Units of measurement for 20 points. I will state a measurement. You are to provide the name of the unit that is equivalent to the given unit and equal to only one unit. For example, if I were to read 12 inches, you would respond 1 foot. 3 teaspoons. St. Francis. Justin.
1 tablespoon.
Correct. St. Francis in control.
Units of measurement, 25.
Units of measurement for 25 points. 33.814 fluid ounces. That would be St. Francis. Justin.
1 liter.
1 liter is correct. St. Francis in control.
Units of measurement, 30.
Units of measurement now for 30 points. 6 feet. St. Francis. Justin.
1 hand.
Incorrect. Pettisville, chance to steal. Time, 1 fathom. 1 fathom. St. Francis still in control.
Units of measurement, 15.
Units of measurement now for 15 points. 39.37 inches. St. Francis. Justin.
1 meter.
1 meter is correct.
Modes of transport for 15.
Modes of transport for 15 points. The American space shuttle that was the first to dock with the Russian space station Mir. If I were to say lost underwater city, the Atlantis. St. Francis in control.
Current events for 20.
Current events for 20 points. This is the double or nothing question, open to all buzzers. On Monday, April 28th, 2025, who was elected as the new Prime Minister of Canada? That would be St. Francis. Bennett.
Carney.
Carney is correct. Double the points. Still in control is St. Francis.
Current events for 25.
Current events for 25 points. In order for a cardinal to be elected as the next pope, he must receive how many votes? That would be St. Francis. Justin.
2/3.
2/3 during the conclave. Correct. In control, St. Francis.
Current events for 30.
Current events for 30 points. What was the top grossing movie worldwide for the year 2024? Inside Out 2. St. Francis in control.
Technology for 20.
Technology for 20 points. As of April 1st, 2025, which U.S. state is considered the data center capital of the world? Time, it's Virginia. Virginia. In control is St. Francis.
Begins with SP for 20.
Begins with SP for 20 points. Happening or arising without being planned. That would be St. Francis. Justin.
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous is correct. In control is St. Francis.
Begins with SP 15.
Begins with SP for 15 points. A sudden and involuntary muscle contraction. That would be St. Francis. Jordan A.
Spasm.
Spasm is correct. St. Francis in control, stepping on the gas.
Begins with SP 25.
Begins with SP for 25. To explore caves. That would be St. Francis. Justin.
Spelunking.
Spelunk is correct, or spelunking. St. Francis in control.
Pop culture potpourri for 15.
Pop culture potpourri for 15 points. What is the nickname for Sirius Black in the Harry Potter films? Padfoot. Padfoot. In control is St. Francis.
Technology 15.
Technology for 15 points. What is the name of the famous AI program developed by IBM? That would be Pettisville. Emily.
ChatGPT.
Incorrect. That defeated Garry Kasparov in chess. That would be St. Francis. Justin.
Deep Blue.
Deep Blue in 1997. In control is St. Francis.
Units of measurement 10.
Units of measurement for 10 points. 5,200, and that would be Pettisville. Emily.
1 mile.
1 mile is correct. Pettisville takes control.
Current events 15.
Current events for 15 points. In late March of 2025, a 7.7 earthquake struck at the center of which country? That would be Pettisville. Emily.
Thailand.
Incorrect, causing it to be the second deadliest quake in that country's history. St. Francis, chance to steal.
No thanks.
They are saying no. Myanmar is what we needed there. In control is Pettisville.
Begins with SP 30.
Begins with SP for 30 points. To prepare a chicken or other fowl for, that would be Pettisville. Emily.
Spatchcock.
Correct. Pettisville in control.
Begins with SP 10.
Begins with SP for 10 points. Impressive or striking in appearance or effect. That would be Pettisville. Caroline.
Spectacular.
Spectacular is correct. Pettisville in control. Fighting back.
Modes of transport 30.
Modes of transport for 30 points. The British ship on which Sir Francis Drake circled the world between 1577 and 1580. That would be St. Francis. Justin.
The Endeavor.
Incorrect. Pettisville, chance to steal.
We'll pass.
They are going to pass. Golden Hind is what we needed there. End of round. Let's take a look at our score. We have Pettisville with 90, and currently in the lead with 220 is St. Francis. Stick around. Brainstorm is coming up next. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Pettisville at 90 points, St. Francis at 220 points. Still anybody's game as we approach the brainstorm round. Before we do that, though, let's welcome a returning player in slot number 1 for St. Francis. It's Jordan E. Welcome back to Jordan E. and all of our returning players from the previous round. This is it. This is where you find all them marbles. This is the brainstorm round. All questions in this round are 20 points apiece, negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, but the big thing in this round, no stealing. I repeat, no stealing in this round. We move immediately to the next question. Pettisville, St. Francis, are you ready for the brainstorm round?
We are, yes.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1. What is the capital of Croatia? That would be Pettisville. Keegan.
Zagreb.
Correct. What is the sum of 13 squared plus 1? St. Francis. Justin.
170.
Correct. What is the phenomenon that causes light to bend when it passes from one medium to another? Pettisville. Keegan.
Refraction.
Correct. What is the pH range of acids? St. Francis. Justin.
0 to 7.
Correct. As of April 1st, 2025, name both of the active United States senators from Ohio. St. Francis. Justin.
John Husted and Sherrod Brown.
Incorrect. Bernie Moreno. In what European city would you find the Van Gogh Museum? Time. Amsterdam. Which American symbol was hidden from the British in 1777, Philadelphia, to prevent them from melting it down? That would be St. Francis. Justin.
Liberty Bell.
Liberty Bell is correct. A majestic creature with the head and wings of an eagle and the body of a horse. That would be St. Francis. Justin.
Pegasus.
Incorrect. A hippogriff is what we needed there. As of April 1st, 2025, who is the president of Mexico? Time. Claudia Sheinbaum. What does a lepidopterist collect? Time. Butterflies. What country borders Israel to the north? That would be St. Francis. Justin.
Lebanon.
Correct. What is the inert gas with the atomic number of 36? St. Francis, Justin.
Krypton.
Krypton is correct. What is the unit of power equal to 1 joule per second? St. Francis, Justin.
Watt.
Watt is correct. Begins with an R, a synonym for garage sale. St. Francis, Justin.
Rummage sale.
Rummage sale is correct. What president was known as the conservationist president? St. Francis, Justin.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Correct. What do we call the tissue, the end of round? Let's take a look at our score. Pettisville 130, and our winner with 340 points is St. Francis. Let's give both these teams a big round of applause. In the spirit of good sportsmanship, we're going to meet in the middle, shake hands, and we're going to see you at the next BGSU Brain Game.